Hello students. Now in COVID-19 pandemic, you stay at your home and be safe. Now we are going to learn recursion method in C language. You know, C is a powerful, flexible, portable and elegantly structured programming language. So myself Professor Praveen Nakhate, GS Gawande College, Umarkhed, Department of Computer Science and Computer Application. After learning recursion method in C language, you know how to apply this recursion method by using the functions, and by using these recursion methods you can do such types of calculations which takes same thing differently in looping session. Now we learn that how these recursion methods occurs in user defined functions. You know, since C combines the feature of high level language with the elements of the assembler, it is suitable purpose language today in operating systems, and it is used to design different types of the applications programs. Now we will discuss about the user defined functions. Generally in C there are two different types of the functions. One is built-in functions. That functions are also known as library functions, and the another type of the functions is user defined functions. Functions means small programs. Suppose in different main programs you want to do some small calculations. For this purpose you can write the different types of the subprograms, and these subprograms are known as functions in C. Now today we will discuss about the recursion method used in the function. Now consider the program here. How to make the recursion concept in the C program. Now we will take the examples online. Now to write the C programs we can use one text editor, the known Turbo C++. So here we start the programs how to use the recursion methods for calculation of the different things. But before starting the methods, we first know what is the recursion. When a called function in turns call another function, a process of chaining occurs. Recursion is a special case of this process where a function calls itself. When any function calls itself, it is called recursion. Now consider this example. Suppose you write a program here, main. This is the user defined function, and every C program starts with this main function. Now I have written here some statements in this program. This is an example of recursion right here in this way. Again, I have written a main functions here and complete the program. Now this program, when executed, this program will produce an output something like this. We will run this program. Run this program. Printf. So include some files here by using this directive, include stdio.h, and the another header file is conio.h. These both are header files which contain some informations here. We save this file by using this option recursion, recur 1.c. When we run this program, this is the output of this program, and this output is displayed on the screen continuously because the main function you have included into itself. That means the execution of that functions comes infinitely. So in the recursion methods, we want to use some conditions or criteria till that we can execute the program. Now stop this program, and again we will write this another way. Now again start. The another example of recursion method is to calculate the factorial of any number or to make the addition or to display the Fibonacci series. Now we create a new program which calculate the factorial of any given number. Include here both header files stdio.h and another header file is console.io, that means conio.h. Then start here the main function. Now you can define here factorial functions. Before this we declared the function user defined functions. It returns the integer value. The name of this function is factorial and its argument is integer type. This is the function protocol. It also known as function declaration. Function declaration. Now, here write or declare the variables fact, again printf or any number, for example n. Now n is a number and you want to calculate the factorial of that value of n. Now first enter the value of n, right here enter the value of n. By using scanf function, yes, C-A-N, scanf functions, here the value of n is integer type, so you can use here format specifications %d and then the value of n, that is address of n. By using this scanf functions, you can input the value of n. Now this n is used to calculate the factorial. That means we want to calculate the factorial of this value of n, and the value of n, when we run the program, we input from the keyboard. So when you execute this program, here call the functions, the name of that function is factorial. So make here corrections, factorial, and the argument of this is n. That means you are going to send the value of n for the user defined functions factorial. After returning the values of this factorial to the main function, print here the value of factorial. The factorial of n, that means %d, is %d. Here at the place of first %d, you can print the value of n, and at the place of another %d, you can place the value of fact. So in this way we have written the main functions here to calculate the factorial. But this line fact equal to factorial n, this is the function call. It is function call. This function we call inside the main function. So this is called function call. Now below this we define the function factorial. So factorial, here int f, inside the curly brace we can write the value of fa. Now check here, if f is equal to 1, then return value 1. Return value 1. if the value of f is not equal to 1, that means it executes the else part, that is fa is equal to f multiplied by factorial of f minus 1, and then the return value here f8. Now this is the functions we have defined here. So this is called definition of function or function definition. Function definition. It is cut from here and right here. Function definition. Now look at this program. Save this program here, fsct.c. Then now again we summarize this program. Now this is the main function. Every C program starts to execute from the main function. Here we have declared two integer type variables. The name of first variable is fact and another is n. Now we want to calculate the factorial of the value of this n. So we want to enter the value of n here. By using this scanf functions, we input the value. Now after this, here fact equal to factorial of n. That means factorial is the sub functions which is defined here. When this statement is executed, the program control transferred to here, and the value of n now copy into the value of f. Again in this function definition, we have declared this variable fa. The type of that variable is integer. Now here we check the value of f is equal to 1. If this condition is satisfied, then this function returns the value 1 to the calling program. But the value of f is not equal to 1, that means it may be 2, 3, 4, etc. Then it executes the else part. That means, for example, suppose the value of f is 3. So 3 multiplied by factorial of 3 minus 1, that means 2. Again this factorial function is executed. That means this factorial function is inside the factorial. So this is called recursion. But this recursion or this looping is executed till the value of f becomes 1. And when the value of f becomes 1, then it finally returns the value 1 to the calling program. Now save this file and we will run the program. So where you have entered the value of 3, it gives the results 6. That means the factorial of 3 is 6. That means 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. The result is 6. Now again we execute this program for the another value. Run here. Enter the value of n, that is 5. The factorial of 5 is 120. That means 5 multiplied by 4, that is 20. 20 multiplied by 3, that is 60. 60 multiplied by 2, that is 120. And 120 multiplied by 1, that is also 120. In this way, we can use the recursion methods. You now know how to use this recursion concept in the function. That means actually this is the user defined functions, and these functions call itself here. So this is known as recursion concept. So thank you students. I know in C language it's a powerful language, it's a high level language, it's a portable language, and generally it has a lot of features. Now if you have some problems about the recursions, I think this topic will help you to understand the recursion concept in functions. Thank you very much.